Okay, so let us see top-down analysis for next week. Top-down analysis for next week. Last week ilikuwa vizuri, kama unafuatilia ilienda vizuri according to our analysis. Okay, so we were took gold to trade gold, to trade GBP, JPY, GBP, USD. So let us do some recap on GJ. So on GJ last week, we're going to market structure kama here. We're going to reversal pattern on this point. So and correction ikawa imeishia hapo. So we took a short position from that supply, for our supply, na tukahold sales last week on Monday. Last week on Monday, we were holding sales to that particular point. So kama unafuatilia, I hope you take a lot of profit on that entry last week. So let me see here on community, niliposti pia kwenye community pia niliposti that signal. So I hope you are aware on that. Let's find it. Okay. Yeah, previously it is that trade. It was that trade. Okay, you see, we took a short position from that for our supply, GBP, JPY, and we were targeting that. We are targeting that particular low sell side liquidity. What's happened? Taking profit heated. Okay, taking profit heated. Taking profit heated. Okay, also we took GBP USD, we took gold, we took Euro USD. Okay, zote zilikuwa vizuri. So without wasting your time, let's start our top-down analysis for next week. So this is GJ. When we start with the monthly time frame, you can start with the monthly time frame here. Okay, on monthly time frame, you can see price start to the sweep previous month sell side liquidity. It is very good. So bias is bullish. Until now, bias is bullish. So we can shift it to daily. On daily time frame, we market structure like this. You can see also detail on weekly time frame. On weekly time frame, we have that rejection candle. Okay, you can see on 4-hour time frame what is available on 4-hour time frame. On 4-hour time frame, we market structure like this. We were waiting this setup for a while, So you can see here there is liquidity sweep. You can mark this sell side liquidity and can recognize that price is already swept that liquidity. After liquidity sweep on 4-hour, we can see this market structure. Can do this. We can deal with that portion here. We can consider that portion here. Okay, so here there is break of structural liquidity sweep, and then there is what market shift very, very well. So you have reversal pattern here after this major sweep of that liquidity. Okay, here you have that major sweep of that liquidity. We have major sweep of that liquidity and market shift occurred here. So that is high probability entry. So what you are supposed to wait? We're supposed to wait retest of that fair value gap. Okay, if you see very, very well on 4-hour here, there is fair value gap. There is fair value gap. Also, there is unmitigated demand. We have unmitigated demand. and mitigated the demand zone. So next week clearly we'll took a long position from that area, and then our stops to be on that particular low. And then because it sweep this SI liquidity, it may raise up to this buy side liquidity. So next week we will target that what buy side liquidity. Okay, so we have to wait the test of that FBG or demand, wait confirmation for 15 minutes, and then enter for a long position. If you have a large capital, immediately after market open, you can enter because there is sometimes the price will not retrace to that point immediately. It continue going up, and then later we'll get a retracement. So can miss a move on Monday like that. So if you have a large capital, immediately after market open, as long as candlestick goes above, we have market shift here. You can enter this market, and then stops. It will be below that demand to hold the price. Even if it may retrace back, you will be in the trade. You will be in the trade. Okay, so that is it on GBP JPY. I can see CAD JPY. CAD JPY also, we have clear market structure here. We have some sweeps of that liquidity. Okay, can mark this sell side liquidity. Can see this price have done to sweep that sell side liquidity. Sweep that liquidity. Also, it shifts structure on the 2 hour. If we shift our time frame to 2 hour, can see clear market shifty. Here there is what sweep, and then you get shifty on 2 hour, and to kind of fair value gap up. Also, we enter on Friday a long position from that point, and then we are targeting this buy side liquidity. We are targeting this buy side liquidity. So our taking profit number one, it will be where? It will be here on that resistance. So we expect it, when this price move up, it may react on that resistance, and then it will retrace back, and then it will continue with impulsive move toward this what buy side liquidity, external range liquidity. Okay, so that is it on CAD JPY. That is it on JPY. So you can see another pair. You can see another pair. You can see what? You can see US 100. You can see US 100. So US 100, you can start with the daily. When you see a daily time frame, you can get a market structure like this. We have break-off structure here, break-off structure, and then we have FVG here. Right now, price is ranging on that FVG, so we expect reaction from that particular FVG. Okay, so on 4 hour, we have market structure like this. Have that impulsive move from that point to this point. So this is our discount. That is our discount. So we have to find buys from that discount. So we can shift our time to lower time frame to find the point of interest available on discount zone. So as you can take entry proper, we can take entry proper on discount zone. So on discount zone here, on optimal entry zone, have that fair value gap. We have that fair value gap. So this FVG will be a FVG with a high probability, because you can see here you have liquidity sweep on 2 hour, and then you have a shift here, and then FVG available on discount zone is that FVG. So this FVG will be a powerful imbalance to push the price up. So we'll enter here, and then we'll target extension point, target extension point, because US 100 didn't have any resistance on previous market structure, so we can use extension tool to place our taking profit. We can target that area. Okay, so this, it will be next move on what, on US 100. So when this low, it will break this low, it will break this low, can wait to test and then can continue with a short position. But I don't expect that, because US 100 is very strong. It is a future, so we are trying to buy more than sells. That is it on US 100 or Nasdaq. That is it on US 100 or Nasdaq. So we can see what we can see. Euro USD. Euro USD. Okay, that is Euro USD. So Euro USD, you can start with the monthly time. You can start with the monthly. Okay, Euro USD on monthly, that is monthly time frame. You can see a good CRT formation here. I have manipulation candle on previous month, September month, closed with rejection, and it closed inside the previous August range. Okay, previous month range. So that it means this month will be distribution month to this CRT row. Okay, very, very well. So where we are going to short this price from, we can mark September range. We can mark September range, and we can find premium and discount on that particular range, and then we can get a clear point to sell Euro USD from. Okay, we can shift a time frame to where we can shift your time frame to daily time frame, and you can divide on premium and discount. That is premium and discount level, and you can see right now price is already retraced to 50% of what, that Fibo. It retraced already to that 50% of Fibonacci extension. So what we are supposed to do is to find point of interest available on premium. We have to take a short position clearly. Okay, so here on 4-hour time frame, on 4-hour time frame, you can see this price is not to mitigate optimal entry already. So we have unmitigated optimal entry here. And you can see this is corrective move towards this optimal entry. That is corrective move toward this optimal entry. So next week you expect the price will raise up to that optimal entry, and then you can short Euro USD from that optimal entry. Clearly, you can short Euro USD, and we can target this CRT monthly low. Okay, so that will be a set up on Euro USD on next week. Next week, you can wait retracement to that optimal entry, and then you can take short position from that point to this point. Also, you have inducement here, so that inducement, it validates that optimal entry zone. So that is it on Euro USD. It is the same with the GBP USD. GBP USD. So that is GU. That is GU. You can see on monthly GBP USD on monthly time frame. We have clear CLT also. On monthly time frame, we have what? Clear CRT here. Formation. See manipulation candle. Previous September candle closed inside the August range, so it is very, very clear CRT formation. So we can find September range. That is September range, and then you can find point of interest available on premium on 4-hour. Point of interest on 4-hour. on premium, so that is a range on 4 hours, so we can place premium on discount, and then you can recognize there is unmitigated fair value gap on optimal entry point here. On optimal entry point here, you have that FVG unmitigated, so you have to wait price to retrace back until it reaches that optimal entry zone. Also, you have that FVG, it increase, it validate this optimal entry. We have FVG, we have inducement, so we have to wait price to sweep that inducement, and it may react on that FVG weight confirmation, and then you can short this price toward what monthly CRT low. Okay, so that is it on GBP USD. That is it on GBP USD. Very, very well. So factor affecting opening gap. So if gap opens down, we can wait mitigation of gap, and then we can short it directly this price. Okay. If gap opened upward, we can wait mitigation of gap and then enter to this optimal entry zone, and then later we can short that price from optimal entry zone. That is it on GU. Let us see another. You can see BTC USD. Bitcoiner. Hello, Bitcoiner. Bitcoin on daily time frame, we have the market structure. That monthly, what is going on monthly? On monthly, previous month closed the bullish, and there is buy side liquidity which is not already swept here. This month they opened with a strong bullish momentum toward that buy side liquidity. You can shift it to daily time frame. Okay, you can collect some details on weekly time. On weekly time, you can see this week closed the bullish with high momentum. Also, we have a block here. If next week it closed the bullish, it may leave this other block, which we will use it later. Okay, so right now it is not valid OB. So now we can use this weekly range to find what? To find the entry. You can use this weekly range shifted to 4 hour. 4 hour, what detail is available on 4 hour? On 4 hour, we have a shift here. We have a shift. Let us extend this market. Down here, you have a structural market shifting. And we have a break of structure means continuation. Then also we have a strong impulsive move from that point to that point. So that is impulsive move. So next week we expect corrective move to discount zone, and then you can pick a buy. So on discount zone, you want to point of interest available on discount here. We have this unmitigated FVG. So we have unmitigated fair value gap, big imbalance right here. Okay, that is for her on daily time frame. What point is available? Okay, on daily time frame we have unmitigated unmitigated rally base rally demand. We have that unmitigated demand, so or we can target directly to buy from that daily demand. So next week BTC USD, wait it to retrace back until to this daily demand, and then you can pick a buy from that daily demand. And then after picking a buy from that daily demand, where we can target to reach, you can use extension tool, and then we can target to reach that point. It will be our next taking profit target. Okay, that is it. That is it on BTC USD. That is it on BTC USD. Another pair is the GBP card. GBP card. What is going on? GBP cards, you have market structure, like that. We start to the monthly. Monthly it is strong bullish, and you can see price is on top, so it is good. It is not a good price action. So better thing to do here, is to wait sweep that liquidity, shift, and then you can short that price. Sweep of that liquidity, and then you can short that price. Okay, so on how you have market structure this, so we have clear shift, and right now price is on strong bullish trend. Now price is on strong bullish trend, so we can't buy here because there is no point of interest to buy, and you can't sell because there is no point of interest to take a sell, to take a short position. So better way is to wait price to sweep that liquidity, and then we'll find the entry after liquidity sweep. That is it on ChartGPT. So let us see Euro USD. Euro NZD. It is it. Euro NZD. We have market structure like this. Consider the daily. On daily time frame of undefined market structure. That is daily. On weekly, okay, nice. On weekly, we have market structure like this. We have manipulation candle on weekly. You can see this manipulation candle. So next week we'll target to reach that CRT low. Also below here on daily time frame, on weekly time frame, we have major demand. On weekly time frame, we have major demand. So this price may retrace back to that weekly demand. So we have to find short position. Okay. So after know that concept, after understanding that concept, can mark that range, and you can shift it to 4 hour on 4 hour to find point of interest available. Okay, on 4 hour, okay, if you can see every details available here on 4 hour, you can recognize that we have a liquidity grab market shift here. Okay, so if we recognize that we have grab and market shift, then we have unmitigated fair value gap left there. Okay, so that FVG is located on premium side. Okay, so it has high probability. Also, it contains some trend liquidity. So we have to wait towards mitigation of what that FVG, and then you can take a short position on that fair value gap. Take that straight from that FVG, and then you can target it at lower. So that is it on Euro NZD. Also on 4 hour, we have that mitigated demand, so you can target this demand direct. You see this, there is that demand mitigated. So immediate after market open, wait mitigation of that FVG, and then we can take a short position. For a scalpers, you can shift it to lower time frame. Let's see on 30-minute that is available. On 30 minutes, you can see there's consolidation. So it is harsh. Environment. Either you can wait sweep of that liquidity, and then we can take a buy to that for half, and then you can take a short position. That is it for scalpers. Okay, but for intraday, good entry to wait mitigation of that for hour. So FOBG. Okay, Europe NZD. Okay, another pair. You can see Audi CHF maybe Audi CHF. Okay, Audi CHF. That is Audi CHF daily. Daily indicates what? Daily indicates we are in downtrend. We are in downtrend after what? We are in downtrend, but above here there is supply, unmitigated supply. So it creates inducement, and then later it may just back to mitigate that supply. Okay. On 4 hour, there is what? On 4 hour, we have corrective move. We have corrective move to that point, so we can mark this liquidity. On 4 hour, can mark that liquidity. You can spot that sell liquidity, shift it to 1 hour, but detail is available. On 1 hour, you can see price try to mitigate that demand. Price is try to mitigating that particular demand, but this demand is not strong. It lacks some validation, so we have to wait sweep of liquidity, then you can pick a buy from that after liquidity sweep. Then you can target that daily supply. You can pick a buy after sweep and market shifty. Enter on FVG and we'll target that supply. Okay, so that is not all on making analysis. So some people they try to think about that is a whole strategy you're supposed to master. No, you're supposed to master many things. So that is final terminology, or that is some concepts I'm trying to give you on how to take entry, but that is not a whole strategy. That is not a whole strategy. You're supposed to master many things. So that is just a little bit. Okay, for any update, I'll inform you on community. So make sure you stay tuned on community for scalping and intraday entries. You can join our VIP team. We can continue to push this price up or down. Okay. Make sure you subscribe and share to each other.